Now we will see the characteristics of community organization. And while discussing the characteristics of community organization, first of all, the capacity of the community is important. It is a process by which the capacity of the community is utilized to achieve the community needs. Community organizer makes the process consciously and purposefully. The potentialities and the capabilities of the community people are identified, are explored by the community organizer, or then are used for the solution of the problems of the community. Then the identification of needs and resources of the community. Community organizer helps the community people to identify their needs and resources. It brings a harmonious combination between community needs and resources. Sometimes all the community people don't understand their problems and needs at the same level. Sometimes they need the expert's opinion and the expertise of the professional social worker to highlight their issues and their needs, because all the community people don't have the same understanding about the community problems and don't have the ability to prioritize their problem sometimes. So the community worker helps them to understand and prioritize the community issues or the community problems. Another characteristic of community organization is that in community organization, the community is considered to be a client, as a client for the profession of social work and for the professional social worker. And this is the unique characteristic in this primary method of social work that the whole community is treated as a single unit. Therefore, the emphasis is given on the community rather than on individuals living within that community or the groups of that community. In this process of community organization, the entire community is considered as a client. Like other methods of social work, like in casework method, which is also a primary method of social work, an individual is taken as and considered as a client, and in casework method, it is the effort of the professional caseworker to resolve the issues of that client. But in community organization, although the community is comprised of a lot of individuals and numerous groups living within that community, but the major emphasis of social work organizer is on the community as a whole, and community is treated like a client. Another important characteristic of community organization is the involvement of community organizer. The community organizer helps the community through his facilitation role to identify its needs, plan programs, and to evaluate the programs. So community worker works like a facilitator and facilitate the community people to identify their needs, to identify their problems, their issues, and also in the phase of making the plans for the eradication of these problems, and then in the monitoring and evaluation of these programs as well. Then a significant characteristic of community organization is like community organization is a means to get welfare-oriented objective, but not an end. The end of community organization is the total welfare of the community, the total well-being of the community. All the programs should be organized to achieve the well-being of the community, and it is a continuous process which continues from time to time, and it doesn't end with the passage of time. Now, if we see at the process of community organization, we see that study is the first step in which problems are identified and analyzed. The study of the whole community is made. Then assessment is done that which problem is the more severe problem of the community, and according to community people, which problem should be prioritized to be resolved. And then another step is the determination of strategies, that what kind of appropriate strategy is needed to tackle the issue of the community. And then after the determination of strategies and having the plans, the organization of the community is being done, the organization of the different people, the organization of the resources, and then ultimately the action is taken, the plan or the program is executed. And after the execution and implementation of the welfare programs, evaluation is made to check and test the failures and success of the welfare-oriented projects and programs. Then, if there is problem in the already existing plan or the program, certain alterations and modifications are made, and the same development program with alterations and modifications after doing the evaluation of already existing program, the program is continued. So we can say that at first stage the articulation of problem and needs is done, and then the problems are prioritized, and then the appropriate solutions are determined and decided, and then according to the solution, the required resources are highlighted and are mentioned, and then certain plans and code of conduct is made.